Vice President Kamala Harris is visiting Arizona today in the wake of the state's Supreme Court upholding a near-total abortion ban. She will deliver remarks about reproductive rights as the state grapples with the court's decision. Harris is expected to criticize former President Donald Trump's stance on abortion rights in her speech. Arizona Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs has called on the state's legislature to repeal the ban, but Republicans shut down efforts to do so earlier this week. CBS News campaign reporter Nidia Cavazos is in Tucson, Arizona. Nidia, how is the vice president hoping to mobilize voters in this battleground state in response to the ruling?
Elaine, well, it was almost immediately after Arizona Supreme Court issued their ruling that the vice president announced that she would be back in one of the key battleground states campaigning on reproductive rights and freedoms. It was almost immediately that she made it known that she would be here in the state. And of course, we know that she's expected to hit former President Donald Trump and directly blame him for abortion bans that are happening across the country. And now she's hoping to mobilize voters on exactly this, linking Donald Trump to abortion bans. And throughout the past months, we've seen that it's not only the vice president, but also President Biden, who have been busy telling voters that a potential second Trump term would mean essentially an end to women's reproductive rights and freedoms.
Well, Vice President Harris and President Biden have been criticizing Trump directly on this issue. What's the broader strategy there?
Well, the broader strategy here is directly linking former President Donald Trump to abortion bans. Vice President Harris and President Biden have said, have come out to say that he is directly responsible for not only the ruling that we saw here in Arizona, but what's happening across the country. And we're also seeing that, this comes after former President Donald Trump, of course, put out a video, social media, saying that he is the person behind overturning Roe v. Wade. But we know, of course, that the former president also came out to say that he wasn't necessarily behind the Arizona Supreme Court ruling, saying that the state went too far. So we know that by Democrats and the Biden and Harris campaign directly linking Donald Trump to abortion bans, they're sending out a message to voters across the country, essentially saying, if you vote Republican and if you vote for Trump, this would mean an end to reproductive rights and freedoms for all women across the country. But we know that it's not only, against former President Donald Trump, but overall on Republicans, against Republicans who have attempted to take on a more moderate stance after the Arizona's ruling, such as it is with the U.S. Senate candidate Carrie Lake, who came out to say that she is looking to repeal this ban. But of course, we've seen throughout the past days that Democrats have been saying that she's lying, along with other Republicans, and they're only coming out with this more moderate stance in hopes of gaining votes in November.
Well, the Biden campaign also launched a 7-figure ad buy on abortion rights in Arizona. What's the campaign's message in that ad?
Well, in this ad, we see that President Biden is the one that's directly speaking to voters in Arizona. And according to the Biden-Harris campaign, they're specifically targeting young women in Arizona and also Latina women in the state, or just Latinos overall. And the message that President Biden gives in this ad is that he tells women, quote, "I will fight like hell to give you your reproductive rights and freedoms back." And again, this plays to the overall strategy that they're trying to link these bans to Donald Trump, and that a second term would mean an end to reproductive rights and freedoms for women across the U.S.
All right, Nidia Cavazos. Nidia, thank you very much.